like a so-called family or something. But here it's like no, they won't bother.
Our vision is so narrow. Like we just want to work in Pixar or Disney.
The money you earn in the expenses is more balanced.
Do you recommend us to work in Japan?
But here it's like, oh, you're bad at this, okay, never give you this shot.
Yeah, if you ask me, I have quite a lot of like low point in my career.
You always be in control. You know what I mean?
You're comparing eating and animation. Oh man, wow, it's already stressful when I hear about that. Is it me being weak? Oh my god. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we start this interview sessions, I would like to wish everyone a happy new year. I had a long rest for this past week, and then I have prepared quite a lot of content for the whole 2022. So if anyone here love what I'm doing, please like and subscribe to support me. It's getting smoother and smoother when I say this right now. Okay, so welcome back to this interview series. Today I have a very special guest. This guest is actually my classmate back in 11 years ago in the One Academy. Her name is May Teng. May Teng, do you mind to do like a short introduction?
Oh, hi, my name is May Teng. I have 10 years experience as an animator in Malaysia and Japan. Yeah, I'm currently working in Japan.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all.
That's all. Okay.
What else you want to know? What else you want to know? You have to ask.
Okay, later I'll ask more. Okay. So as usual, in my interview series, I usually will have to ask a little bit of a random question just to warm up a little bit. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You ready?
Yes.
Try to answer as quick as possible. Okay.
Oh shit, really? Oh,
I'm going to ask you a few
Mm.
random questions. Okay, the first one is, what's your favorite Japanese food?
Sushi?
Sushi?
Yeah, maybe sushi. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. What about Malaysian food?
Bak kut teh.
Pakude. Is that the one that you are really missing right now?
Yeah,
Oh.
I really want to eat bak kut teh.
Oh my god, you cannot find pakude there?
No, it's
The
like
Japanese
it's
version.
fake.
Oh.
No, there's Malaysian shop, but
Understandable.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the animated movie that you can think of right now?
Animated movie. Arcade.
Wow,
Okay.
nice.
I
Okay.
love the series.
Me too. I love it so much. Okay, what if it's not animated movie? What is your favorite movie?
Movies,
Mm.
just in general.
Just in general.
I like. Oh shit! I cannot think about any right now. But
It's quite hard. This question I also thought it's quite hard.
I don't know why suddenly Godfather is in my mind, but maybe I can just say Godfather.
Which one?
The Godfather.
The Godfather? Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
okay.
suddenly it's come in my mind. Yeah. Or maybe 1997. 1970.
1970.
The one that one shot the World War movie. Yeah.
The Christopher
that was
Nolan one?
really cool. It's not Christopher Nolan, but it's about World War One.
I see. Wow.
Mm.
I mean, to be honest, if you ask me this question, I also don't know how to answer.
Why you ask me?
Because I've been watching quite some Netflix show only. I've not been into any.
Okay. Okay, I like the one that is like new to Netflix. Don't Look Up.
Oh yeah, I watched that. I did watch
I
that.
like that one.
It's so fun, that
It's
movie.
funny.
So
Yeah,
serious
it's-
and in the same time like so fun.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
really
just
like
like the
that.
guy, the Leonardo.
I enjoy the whole movie very much.
Nice. Me too.
Mm.
What's your like favorite music?
Music.
It can be a genre or something lah.
I like indie pop or something.
Indie pop. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Do
Yeah, I don't
you
like
listen to
popcorn.
music when you're animating?
Yeah, I do, but not on lip sync.
Not on lip sync. Right.
Mm.
Yeah, same. I always want to listen to music when I'm working on lip sync, but it's so hard.
No,
It's
because
just not workable.
yeah, you need to like channel in the message you want to animate, then the music will distract. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember one of my lecturer, our lecturer mentioned, oh, when you animate, you don't listen to anything, you close your door or whatever, you just focus on the animation.
Uh,
Remember that?
oh,
Remember that
who
guy?
is that already?
Let's
Yeah, I
not say
think
name.
so. Into
Okay,
the
okay.
zone. Yeah, the into the zone. I remember.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
That's all for my random questions. Okay. So to
All
those who
right.
don't know, May Teng is working in Japan right now. Obviously we are going to ask her a lot about like Japanese culture or whatever. But I always wanted to know more about like how and why you chose animations at the
Hmm.
very, very beginning.
Why? At first, it's just like because I like to draw. Yeah. So I joined the one academy, and from there it's like it's either digital animation or illustration. Like that's the two choice that I'm up to. So I
Right.
picked digital animation. Yeah. If you, mm,
But you like to draw,
but I
right?
think
Why not
yeah.
illustration?
But okay, honest answer is like that from that era. It's like there's one mindset like you can't make living by drawing.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
now
there's
still got lah.
yeah, but now it's really different.
Yep.
But I'm not regret. Yeah, I really like animation. So not regret. No
Nice.
regret.
That's how you started, and then that's how you meet me. Right?
Yeah.
Can you express a little bit like the making of Tekman, because you see the super early version of Tekman. What was your impressions?
Impression. I remember your hair is like have
Oh, oh, come on. Oh my god.
eh, I think it's just normal classmates. How to say? Yeah, we all just like having fun, and we have to like really sleep in the classroom for the 2D
Yeah, in
animation.
the lab. Oh my god.
Yeah. Until the class started. It's a fun time.
Yeah, that's what I have also. That's what I have in mind. I remember that. So
We all
yeah.
no, but I'm not gonna do that now.
No, no, not now, not now.
No.
Not
Too
now.
old for it. You know.
Yeah. What's your yeah, you have been working in Malaysia for quite some years lah
Mm,
before you work in Japan.
mm.
Can you
Yeah, 7 years.
share with us your experience working in Malaysia? Like which company and what you work on?
Mm. Oh, can say company. Yeah. Oh, I work in silver M for like 7 years. Like, yeah, actually, it's also very fun. Like we work on very many projects, TV series, and games sometimes, commercials, jingle, yeah, movies also, yeah, sometimes.
Wow. The one
Mm.
project that you are most proud of.
Oh, yeah, uh DreamWorks Troll Hunter series.
Ah, right. I did watch that, to
Yeah.
be honest.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I didn't know it's from Malaysia studio. I mean, as in like, uh, got work on it like some parts lah, right? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, but we have no credit.
Oh, never mind. Now you say that already. We just leave it here, okay?
All right. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, and
Mm,
then why after 7 years working in Malaysia,
mm,
working in civil, and why you have these thoughts of leaving Malaysia, and also why Japan? There's so many other country.
mm. Honestly, at first, Japan is not my first choice. I to tell you honestly, I was always thinking about like Western countries, like Canada maybe.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's kind of hard for Malaysian to go to Europe country. I don't know. Yeah,
Why so?
I did try to ask like apply for the frame store, I think, in UK,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, they just rejected. I think they don't want junior.
Oh, okay.
But I think the visa also maybe it's kind of hard. I don't know, maybe. So I just thought like maybe after I join Japan it will be easier, like a stepping stone.
And it is
Yeah,
really easier, is it?
maybe I haven't tried yet. I'm still in Japan, right?
I mean, as in going to Japan is easier.
I don't know, because I have friends in Japan, like it's like kind of connection. So
Oh,
yeah, and my company is like kind of a big company. I think it's easier there. I think so.
how do you
Then my
apply for that? If let's say some of the audience here
mm,
uh like to work in Japan, how does the process work?
uh, I think you can go to their hiring website.
Mm-hmm.
Then you just click apply.
Or just like that? So you don't need to have like an
Yeah.
agent or anything, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Uh, at least for my case, it's because I have friends in the company and it helps me. Yeah. But I
Mm,
did I applied another company in Japan, but the time they just reply me like I think they are okay for foreigner. It's just like I don't know Japanese that time. That's why they are not hiring me. So
oh,
Japanese skill is a bonus if you want to work in Japan.
I
Yeah,
see, I see. So now
big
you're
bonus.
yeah, for sure. Now
Mm.
now you're at this the next stage in your career. Right now you're working in
Mm.
Japan. Previously you have experience in Malaysia. Is this your initial plan, like uh once you graduate?
Oh no.
It's not? Okay.
I think when I get graduate, like it's just like I think we just have like we don't know what the industry looks like, right? And we just like have random dreams, like okay, after I graduate, I want to put in Pixar one day or something like that, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, but when you start like really in production, then you go, oh okay, yeah, reality and dream is different.
Yeah. So your
Mm.
dream is working in Pixar, right? Back
Yeah,
then.
last time,
Maybe now it's still the same one, right? Is it?
maybe no, because I heard about staying in California is really expensive, and then
Right.
in order for you to go to the office, you have to like travel, like you have to stay really outskirts. In just the traveling, maybe take like hours just to stay in an affordable place. Although like,
Wow.
maybe that's not for me.
Right. It seems like you
Mm.
really did research a little bit about that, huh?
I think I heard like some stories, so I was thinking about it. Like maybe we are fine. Yeah, not just Pixar. We can do it like many things.
True, true. I remember back then when
Mm.
I was a student, our vision is so
Mm.
narrow. Like we just
Yeah,
want to work in Pixar or Disney. It's
yeah,
just so narrow, and then we never
yeah.
really thought that out there are so many opportunities to work on like great
Mm.
stuff as well, great animations.
Yeah.
And then when you step out to the industry, things started to flow into your vision. Oh, there's this company, that company,
Mm.
we started to know more stuff, right? And then we shift
Yeah.
our goal a little bit here and there.
Yeah. People change, so it's okay.
Yeah, people change. So now you're working in the Toei animations. Can you
Yeah.
describe your role in Toei animations right now?
Oh, I'm just little potato animator.
Okay, share with us your day to day.
Day to
How
day
does it
because we
like
are.
working in
Mm.
Japan?
Oh, at first it's. Do you want to talk about the culture or what, or everything? Because for me, the work is like actually just the same,
Mm.
just open Maya and animate. It's about like maybe the people and the culture, like things you should do, things you should not do.
That's the interesting one, right?
Those are the difference. But work-wise is just the same.
It's the same.
They give you feedback, you just follow, and yeah,
I
what
see.
is the same.
Are you guiding anyone in the studio?
Now in Toei with my bad Japanese, of course not. Okay, I think that's the thing I want to talk about. When I'm in Malaysia, like it's like I feel like the overall Malaysia, the max age of the studio, maybe it's your boss, like maybe 40 something,
Right.
50 something. Yeah, the big level. But in Japan, one thing is like you can see 50 something animators. Yeah, artists, just artists,
Wow.
like no position. Yeah, that's the big difference here. So you no need to take responsibility in order to like survive or take more. Yeah, that's the
Wow.
main difference here.
Yeah, I believe our
Yeah,
our industry is still very young, right, compared to
yeah, it's very
Japan.
young. And
Looking at
like
the age, we kind of know already, right? So sometimes
yeah,
when you work with all the older artists, right? Do
mm,
you feel guilty about yourself? Like, oh, now that I only have like 10 years of experience, I kind of like, this is a little bit boring. You know, I've worked for this for so long already. But then you look at that artist, like, oh my god, that guy is still animating at this age. Do you have
I
that
think
feeling?
it depends. Not really,
No.
because yeah, well, because I can foresee myself like maybe I will still be animating when I'm 50. Yeah, so I
Wow.
don't think age is a problem. And but in Malaysia it's different because like are we gonna talk about money?
Yeah, if you want.
Because just to be fair, like when you are like just graduate, you if you want to stay in this industry for long, for like I mean as in you are in your 30s, then maybe you have more responsibility. So if you still become just an artist, I mean you can't survive, right? Like imagine if your family should be.
Right.
So if you force you, either you like climb the ladder, like take more responsibility, or do more like freelance, or you quit and start another new job that can afford.
Hmm.
So I feel like that's what I see in Malaysia. So I wanted to try explore like get out of this cycle. So I
Mm-hmm.
just like go to overseas.
So
So
is
in
it different
Japan,
in Japan?
no, it's
It's not.
totally different. Even if you are like even if you are just animator, I think you can survive even more. If I don't say low, but the the salaries,
Mm.
I think it's enough. Mm.
It's enough for a family lah, right? It's enough to start a family at least, right? And survive.
I think you can survive more compared to like the expenses in Malaysia.
I
I
see,
think
I
it's more
see.
balanced. Yeah, the life is more balanced.
I
The
see.
the salary and the expenses is more balanced.
Yeah, I guess I kind of see the goal for the Malaysian industry already right now. Never mind. I'll try my
Mm,
best. I'll try my best to influence as much as possible with this channel. Hopefully, but it's a good point.
mm,
I think is a really good point. That
mm,
is how we survive for like at least 10 years for me and you, and to
mm.
really understand this Malaysian industry. Right, we need
Yeah.
more. We need more money to survive. Need more money to
Mm,
form a family and all. That's why it kind of forces
mm.
us to take more responsibility. And somehow,
Yeah.
sometime, it just take away the thing that we love the most, which is animation.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
that is something that I'm trying
Passion.
to balance also lah. I'm not saying that it's wrong lah. It's just that we are in
Mm.
this kind of situation. Wow, we are going in so
Yep.
deep already. Okay, we just started. That's nice. Just now
Oh,
you did.
there's more. There's more.
There's more. Okay,
Yeah,
so
there's
just now we
more
did
to
talk a
go.
little bit about
Mm.
culture, right? Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
share with us the most like shocking culture difference.
I think the differences is like, I think it's because of Japanese culture, they are more like, they really split their personal life and their work life like so different. And they have this thing called like tatemae, is like the mask in front
Ooh.
of people
Oh, okay.
in their real thoughts.
Okay.
So yeah, in works basically you just like put your mask on. I mean for you and me, I'm sure like we with our colleague we can really make friends, like really close. In Japan it's not the same thing, so yeah, at first like maybe you are trying to like you thought it's the same, but when you enter it's like they are so serious about the work. Maybe they will like laughing with you, but inside you don't know what they think. You have to be like really careful about it. And some you might even shock them, you know. It's like you just say hi, like good morning, they will just then walk away.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, my experience. They seldom like talk to each other. Maybe just work. Maybe they are very serious about it.
Is it
And they
harder
don't
to
really
make friend also if that's the
yeah,
case?
there's like extreme level of difficulty. Yeah, it's quite hard to like really close with them, I feel like. But there are exceptions, of course. Some are friendly, but I think maybe they just don't open up that much like us.
Mm.
So like when you work longer, you kind of get used to it. So you just like mind your own business.
So now you get used to it already.
Yeah, I just mind my own business. So it's
Right.
like we have be more friendly with the foreigners. Like there's other foreigners inside the company.
Okay.
We usually like hang out more.
I see.
Mm.
Can you say that they are like more professional at work? They only like focus on their work.
Yeah, you can tell like they're really serious. I don't know, maybe some are slacking, I don't know, but they look serious to me. Oh, there's something like that my personal experience is like there's one time I wanted to ask like my colleague like about I having some issues I cannot solve, so and he's doing the same project, so I thinking maybe I should ask him. So I go
Mhm.
and ask him. So when hey can you help me with something? Then he just turned to me and with his shocking face, he's like, why are you talking to me? That kind of face.
And then did he help you?
Yeah, he tried, but he's like kind of awkward. Like,
Oh.
I work in this otaku industry. I
Oh
was like, oh
wow.
shit, did I disturb you? Is that kind of like, so
Wow. So after that, you don't dare to ask anyone.
maybe I just my supervisor. Yeah, I cannot randomly talk to the friend behind me. So you know,
I
yeah, I think
see.
they really split that. But when you are too friends with your colleagues, sometimes you will actually tighten to give and take. They will have this kind of issue
Mm.
because they already split it so well.
Okay, I see. Is it because of your broken Japanese? When you ask them.
I don't think so. Or maybe I'm a girl, I don't know.
I
Maybe
see,
he's
I
a
see.
guy. One thing is like when they hang out with their friends, like you can see boy gang, girl gang,
Mm. So
primary school,
this
like
is very different from your
mm,
Malaysian working experience.
yeah. Usually the whole company you just hang out together, right?
Right.
Like the so-called family, they won't bother you and you don't bother them.
I
Yeah,
see. How
mind your own business.
is it like a big team in Toei right now?
I wouldn't say really big, but it's because of work from home. I also not sure how many people now. But
Oh,
my current team, maybe 20 to 30.
I see. So now you're
Yeah,
currently working from home.
yeah, we are working from home since like 2 years ago.
Wow, okay. Like since the pandemic started.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How is it different working from home in Japan? Is it the
I think it's
same
the
like
same,
Malaysia?
right? I never work from home in Malaysia, so I don't
I
know.
see.
But I assume it's the same, right? But for me, the company will send us the PC to our home. And for my current company, we using the VPN.
Okay, so you remote in?
It's not really remote, it's VPN, but you have to copy all that.
I see, I
Mm.
see. Okay. So
So yeah.
how is it like working from home? I mean, for you, do you guys got a lot of meetings? I'm just curious.
Mm.
Do you guys got
Because
like a review session dailies
yeah,
or something?
no. But because like people working from home, project mainly like they will have one meeting per week just to like check on like anything updates. So when working from home started, it's take one day for the meeting. Yeah, and about the critique section, I think for me, they just write in shotgun.
Is
You,
it like daily?
you sh- mm, I mean, they just write the comment and then you fix it yourself. You don't need to face meeting no such thing.
I see, I see. So
Yeah,
that is from your supervisor.
mm,
I
yeah.
see.
Or maybe just like you say daily, it's like maybe the director check
Okay.
when we check out with the directors about our shots. Maybe that time we have some Zoom meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the meeting is only for that so far.
So with all this experience of you working in
Mm.
Japanese and understanding their culture, do you recommend us to work in Japan?
I think it's not just like the work environment. Oh, one thing I want to give credit to them is like the producer or coordinator, the project coordinator. I think they kind of trust the animators.
Oh, okay.
I don't know from your experience, but from my experience, we're checking it daily, like how much shots you left, how
Mm-hmm.
many seconds you left, you have to complete by today.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no such thing here. They never ask me this kind of question.
I see. So
Yeah,
they
you
will
really
just
feel
plan it
like,
out and then they will believe you.
yeah,
You feel the sense of
yeah.
belief from them.
And whenever you like want to take leave or something, they won't ask for proof. So
Wow.
yeah, better don't take advantage of it. Try not to.
Okay, I want to talk about
Mm.
the stress level. How was it? Because
Oh.
from my stories, I mean the story that I heard from people working in Japan, it's
Mm.
like so stressful. Some of the senior or your superior, if they are still working, you have to continue or pretend to work until they leave. Then only you have to leave. All sort of like hierarchy stories that I heard, and I'm not sure if this is
Oh.
true or not. I am super curious to know about that because when I thought about it, if I am at that positions, I will be like super stressful because me myself, I love to animate in a super efficient way. Like I love to
Mm.
finish my task like super early. What is it like? Like really, I mean, your experience.
I cannot say for others. Maybe they have this kind of experience, but for me, I zero stress at all.
Wow. Maybe you're too good for that. Right?
I think at first my stress is come from the language barrier because
Mm-hmm.
my Japanese is not so good, and then when everyone is talking Japanese, it's like, oh shit, what is happening, what is going on? It's like you only can guess, and then you are a bit still embarrassed to ask, like. But I think so far my experience is like I'm always like ahead of schedule, so I no need to worry about my work.
Wow, the professional one.
Because last time we in Malaysia we are the outsourced, right?
Yep.
So you can imagine the budget is doing.
Right,
So
right.
you need like faster speed to maintain the benefit, right? I
I
mean,
see. Does that mean
but
that
here we
you get better man days
yes,
in your company?
yeah, longer schedule. So I was like,
Wow.
oh, am I in heaven now?
How many times longer? Like 2 times, 3 times?
I think I don't know about other company actually, but I
Mm.
think so far compared to me in Malaysia,
Yeah,
it's almost 2 times.
almost 2 times.
Mm,
Wow, then you must be
yeah.
enjoying.
Oh, it's getting boring actually. Like,
It's like orchestra. Now you can slowly think about your shot, slowly block out, spline it.
yeah, but still give me more tasks.
It just shocked them like, oh my god, May Teng is like so fast.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, that's nice.
It's weird for me to say, but yeah, I don't know, but
I mean,
because we
well,
are so like well trained by the speed.
yeah, I mean, if that's the case, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we did really train in a really really. I mean, I wouldn't say stress environment. I would say like a really limited man days on each task lah.
Yeah.
I believe. I mean, myself back then it's we have this
Mm-hmm.
really tight deadline also back then lah.
Mm-hmm.
So we really do train ourselves to be super efficient, and all.
Yeah.
I see this as a good thing, right?
Yeah, it's a very good training ground, so you go everywhere. It's like, oh,
Nice. So now you're always ahead of your schedule. Then usually what you do when you're ahead of the schedule?
you have your own time to do your own things.
I mean, I'm curious to know like what else you can do in Japan. Let's say right now, if you have some free time, what would you do?
For me,
Yeah.
uh, I think I
Hopefully your
think it's
boss is
kind
not
of,
listening to this.
and they don't understand English. I think it's when inside the studio, it's kind of suffering because you still have to go to office, right?
Right.
So you have to act like you're still working. And then, but we can access like YouTube and Netflix or whatever. Yeah, watching reference on my computer.
Nice.
Yeah, but now we are work from home. Like maybe I can do like really my own work, my own stuff. I don't think they mind if I really complete my task, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just now you did mention
Mm.
about back in the studio you all can watch YouTube also lah.
Yeah, there's no restriction, but of course, like no porn or something else, right?
Right, right,
But
right,
just
right.
like I think basically you can access.
So
Oh,
it's
there's the
free, yeah.
one thing. Because back in Malaysia, I was like only have one monitor, and then I cannot access internet in office.
Yeah.
So when I come here, it's like an upgrade to me. It's like whoa, so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
I
back
think
then we cannot access to internet on.
yeah.
I totally feel you. We cannot. I
But like,
remember back
whoa.
then we cannot access to internet. There's only one or two PC that can access to internet just for research purposes. So you can imagine the resources is super limited, right?
Mm,
The
yeah,
things that can
yeah.
influence you is so limited. It is always back home. When we back home, the internet might not be as fast as right now. When we load a YouTube video, you have to like wait for a while. And let's not talk about downloading YouTube video, right? So like
Yeah.
nowadays, it's just so easy for every artist to access to
Mm.
inspiration.
Actually, I have something to ask, to add for the like, do I recommend? Because I think to work in Japan is not just work; it's also like about the culture of Japan, also the like living conditions.
Hmm.
And do you like anime?
I
Like,
see.
yeah, you have to ask the question. If you love anime, this is the place for you.
Yeah,
And are you willing to learn their language? Because it will be much easier if you learn it.
I see.
And also like the living condition. For me personally, I quite like Japan. It's because like I like the fall season. Yeah,
Mm.
it's like something different, and then you can like go sightseeing and something. And also, I feel like the balance here is like I say, the money you earn in the expenses is more balanced. It
Mm.
might sound expensive, but actually because you're earning the currency,
Mm-hmm.
so it's fine. And then, but one thing, the downside is like because I'm working in Tokyo, maybe it's different for others. You might like you cannot make a lot of friends. You might get
Uh,
lonely. But
um,
are you managed to handle it? If you can handle it, like can you stay by yourself or something like without friends? If if you check all the list, then
right,
yeah, why
right.
not? Yeah, it's a
I
good
see.
experience. Why
So
not?
so so it is hard to find the other half also.
Yeah, well, you can. you can go through the acts, if
Right.
you, yeah,
True, true, true.
yeah. There's many ways to do it, or you
Yeah.
can be the one to approach. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
yeah. There's many ways.
you love anime.
Not really.
Not really, but you're working in Japan right now.
Yeah. So one point I want to say is if you don't really like it, maybe it's not for you. But for
I
me,
see.
I like to learn. I like to try the style. Yeah, because I used to watch anime, so yeah, it's a good experience for me.
I see. I see. Wow.
There's also things that not anime only, right? There's also games and movies, so it's
Mm.
not just anime actually. But if you love it, it's a good place for you.
Yeah, because I don't have experience working in Japan, but I have quite some experience working with Japanese people, and I am super impressed by the way they work. The professionalism. To be honest, I steal quite a lot of that from them. The professionalism, the efficiency, the way they talk. Also, just now you did mention about like no work is work and all,
Mm,
and I love all of this from them. I mean, I tend to take all of their good stuff, because I
mm,
always thought that Malaysian likes to combine everything, right? So I love to take all of their good stuff and then combine into my style, which a little bit of Malaysian
mm,
style. And then obviously I work with the Westerner also, so I kind of get
mm.
all of the good stuff, in my plate. So I'm kind of like a super Malaysian, absorbing all the good stuff from everywhere. Yeah, I love it,
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
honest. The way they talk
Mm,
is so sharp, and it's not personal at all to me. It's just sharp
mm.
and it's just
Yeah.
organized. So I still remember my first experience meeting with
Mm,
Japanese client. I got so stressful, because I remember they asked me this one question: how's the work? It's just a very simple question, and I didn't really prepare much to answer that question, and I got stunned and all. It really makes me want to prepare more, be more prepared,
mm,
be more professional. I mean, they are not trying to eat you alive. They just want to know the situation and all. Then after
mm.
that experience, I tend to just prepare so much before the weekly meeting with them. I tend to be super, super nervous. And then I slowly get used to it, and I really understand their intention. Then I just get better. That's the experience I have.
Oh, why yours sounds so intense? Mine sounds so like chill and relaxed.
I mean, maybe it's just me lah. It's intense and I love it lah.
Mm,
It's intense. I love it. I
mm,
learn from it. I learn to
mm,
tone it down a little bit for myself.
mm. But for me, it's always like good and bad stuff, right? Like
Mm.
one stuff to try to like help to improve the working experience.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I feel that they too detailed.
Oh.
Like it makes it complicated the whole thing.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Understand.
maybe
Understand.
sometimes actually it's just this, but they need to because of this because they do too many like division or something else. I get lost.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
there's the
Right.
one thing, and then there's the other thing is like because they are so nice, so polite, so they won't say bad stuff to you. Like your animation sucks. They won't say that like 99%. Some still say of course. Yeah, they won't say they will just, maybe you should change. I mean,
Mm.
maybe some problem is here. Like sometimes I just wish like tell me what's wrong. Just fix it.
Oh. Okay. That's your experience. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. They can be more straightforward.
I see. I
That's what I
see.
think.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
very very different. Huh? It's very different from my
yeah, it's
experience.
very different. And one thing is like in Japanese, I feel like in their production, when they hire you, right, they want you to like be ready, like
Oh. Okay.
already you can do this, you can do that.
Okay.
In instead of like they are training you, they don't really train. They just want you to be ready to do this and do that.
Right. Just based on what you mentioned just now, there's not
Yeah.
too much of a review session and like talking to each
Mm,
other, right? So I already I mean, I already sense that you have to perform
Mhm.
already when they hire you, right?
Yeah,
So
you
is
have
there
to
any
do
like
it.
new joiner, like a fresh graduate in
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah,
company?
of course.
Like they
Yeah,
can perform
there is.
well?
If they can't, it's kind of, I feel bad for them sometimes, because when they like, sometimes when you like cannot do what they want, and they cannot, after a few times they cannot explain it to you, they will just take your file and do it themselves.
Oh, okay, okay. So this is
So
how
sometimes
they teach.
I feel bad for the person. Maybe it's their culture, but I, yeah, I just feel so bad for them.
I see, I see. Wow. I mean, sometimes
So,
we do
mm,
that also. Sometimes if it's like too rushed for us, we do take over some of
mm,
the new joiner shots or someone that cannot perform. Do you guys do that also back in Malaysia?
mm. Yeah, but we will try to like, for example, like, oh, okay, you are bad at this, right? I give more to you for you to practice more, right? But here it's like, oh, you are bad at this, okay, never give you this shot.
I
They'll give
see.
like what you good at. So it's like efficiency is more important to
What do
them.
you think about that? What do you think about that? As in like for a younger animator working in Japan, what do you think about this
Yeah,
kind of
I
ways
feel
of training?
I, it's not training at all. I would
Experience,
just feel yeah, I just feel bad for them.
so they have to
Yeah,
survive in order to.
yeah, you have to like, it's self learn everything, I think.
I see, I see.
Mhm.
Wow, it's already stressful when I hear about that. Is it me being weak? Oh my god.
I don't know. I think it depends on the person, like how you take it. Some maybe say, yeah, I'm bad at it, but I don't like it, so I don't mind. Some might think like that, right?
Right.
Some who think like, I want to try more, then they have to practice and prove themselves. After they prove themselves, then they will give you. You have
I
to
see.
prove yourself first.
Can you
Yeah,
request more stuff like hey, so supervisor, can I have like three more shots? Something like that?
yeah, we
Or you can
can.
do that?
Yeah, and here you can negotiate to them
I
actually, like,
see.
instead of trying new things, or you don't want to do this project, like you hate it, like, I really don't like, then you can negotiate with your boss, then they will like, okay, I will arrange you in something.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
I think this is nice, like, for me, like, this is something we cannot
Are
do in
lacking,
Malaysia.
right? But what do you
Right.
think now how this work when some of the teammate say that okay, I would love to have another kind of shots, and then in your company it's just so easy that okay, sure, we can change it. How do you think, and why it works, why it is not working in Malaysia?
I think because in Japan they kind of cares about artist feelings as well. They will ask you, is it okay if I give you this? If you're really not okay, you can voice out. They will try to help to solve the problem. Mm.
I see.
In
Not
Malaysia, I think
saying
they just
Malaysia
like,
not care the artist feeling. I
yeah,
understand that. I understand that.
but it's more like you have a choice here.
I
Why
see.
like maybe it sounds weird.
Chill, chill, guys, chill. Is it
Yeah.
because this is how they treat everyone? You see, just now from the start already, if you cannot
Mm,
achieve what they are expecting, they will take over your shot already. So everyone is
mm,
in a very high. Is it stress? Maybe not stress lah. Maybe high responsibility already. So they
yeah.
tends to believe you more. So
Yeah, I
with
think
that belief, they can
it's
just switch things around, right?
yeah, because they are old Japanese, their mindset, they really trust people. Yeah. So
Oh.
it's like, for example, the work from home. I heard like from others like
Mm,
in Malaysia,
mm.
the boss like want them go back to office as soon as possible, because like you must be chilling at home, you must be slacking at home,
Yeah,
you must be not working. But
yeah.
here it's totally different. Here it's like, do you have any issues working from home? Do you have mental issues? Okay, we can extend the schedules for you to adjust. And then blah blah blah. And then you can continue to working from home even though the COVID is like more like flattened. But yeah, in case there's a new wave coming, so we recommend everyone to work from home. Or you can choose, you can make a choice.
So
I
you
think
kind of feel the
mm,
care from the company when they do so, is it?
I think it's the trust that they won't like you must be slacking like they like previously pointing finger at you. Like, they
Wow.
know you're working hard. They,
Wow, we have so much to learn from this.
yeah, I think this takes generations to fix because I honestly speaking, there's people that's lacking, right?
Yeah.
I'm quite impressed for me. It's like, oh, Japan, they really trust their people, you know.
Yeah, I'm impressed also to know
Mm,
about this. I mean, working from home is definitely tough for everyone because you're.
mm,
I mean, some maybe not tough for everyone. Some people do really enjoy it. Like myself, I enjoy it a lot. And then you can just see I have a bed just beside me. You know, I always just go and oh my god, I'm so stressed. Or I can just go and take a quick bath if I'm like
mm,
overly stressed and I can manage my time well, then you know I'm happy when I can manage my time well. But
mm,
it's also nice to have
yeah,
like a company support, like what you mentioned. Sometimes they will ask you, are you doing okay and all? Do you need any support? This is really nice.
yeah, yeah. Of course, sometimes they just ask, but they don't mean to. Yeah, it
True lah.
happens.
Somehow it become a protocol for them, right? Kind of become
Yeah,
like a
yeah, yeah.
system for them, right?
Better than none.
Oh, better than none.
Mm,
Wow, that's a good point, to be very honest, because no matter what you do, because now I am
mm,
a lead animator in the company,
mm,
so we tends to think a lot about this, like how we can care more for the teammates and all. But then sometimes I thought of one thing also. When you do something, if you don't have a genuine heart to ask them that kind of questions, it will become like what you mentioned just now. They didn't mean it
mm,
also. You just ask just for asking only. So
yeah.
sometimes it is quite to be very honest, sometimes it can be quite demotivating. So the only thing that we can
Ah,
do is to be as genuine as possible. That's the only thing that I can do lah. Right? When I really
mm,
reach out to people, I have to be as genuine as possible. That's what we can do, right?
yeah. But I understand it because you have so many staff, right? Like 100, 200.
Not
I
just two
mean,
hundred.
how can you? I mean, like as a if your company grows bigger, like you can't like knows every one of your staff, right? So I
True.
get it, but I mean,
I believe we can. I
yeah,
mean, I will try to know everyone. That's my goal. That's my goal to try to know at least know their name. But then I kind of
yeah,
lost track. I kind of lost track a little bit because of the working from home and everyone is wearing
mm,
masks. I cannot really recognize their face. I kind of lost track a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit.
actually,
Okay, I have this question
mm,
that is not in the list that I sent to you.
okay,
Yeah, okay.
okay,
I want to talk about office drama. Okay, so I believe
oh,
in this, I mean, in your experience, you know, working in
mm,
Malaysia, I believe
mm,
you kind of experience a little bit. Maybe you are not the person in there, but at least you know
yeah,
from outside, third person
mm,
perspective, you kind of see like a lot of dramas happening. What is it like in Japan? Is it the same?
no zero drama here.
Wow. Like how is it because of work
At
from home?
least, at least, no, because like I told you, they don't interact with each other.
So that's the reason.
There's no drama to happen.
Oh, okay. Okay, what
Okay,
about
maybe there's politics, but I won't know. I'm just little potato.
okay. Maybe there is or
Mm,
maybe they don't have. It's just that you don't
mm,
know, you didn't experience it.
yeah,
I see,
yeah,
I see. All right. I
yeah.
thought we were gonna
But
talk half an
like
hour for this topic, you know?
but Malaysia love drama. No such thing here. I
I
wish
see.
I have, but I don't see. Ah, it's so boring. No drama.
To
Sad.
be honest, people are attracted to drama, right? Right? That's why we have dramas like Netflix drama, like TVB drama, and all.
I think the
Speaking
best
about
part is
that,
in Malaysia. Mm.
oh, best part.
Yeah, best part all in
Okay,
Malaysia.
speaking about that, how to say drama in a studio is it's quite hard to avoid lah. I would say, right? Because it is the whole company effort to avoid that or to make it better. As an experienced animator, as an experienced artist, do you have any suggestions for like a younger teammates, like how they can avoid drama, or,
No,
or,
why
or
avoid
even
it?
don't start a drama?
What kind of drama you mean first?
As in, okay, drama to me usually is talking bad or talking about people at the back,
Ah, okay, okay.
or maybe forming a gang just to talk about one topic that is laughable for that group,
So you're asking how not to do it?
or how to work
Mm,
around with like situations like this, especially for a younger one, because sometimes they might don't know what happened. Maybe they will get hurt because of this also.
I think it just depends on the topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me, I was like because like from my experience is sometimes we have this like joke like among friends. I mean, we don't joke about people like maybe sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it's a project or something. Maybe sometimes it's a way to like distress the whole thing, and you like interact with each other, like make your group closer. I mean, that's not a bad thing for me. But if you say like when you have a gang every day talking about one negative stuff and demotivated people, I think that's bad. For example, like you don't like the project or something, then everyone like gathering around and saying bad about it. That's unhealthy for me.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to avoid it, just don't involve inside the conversation maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just get distance with it. Just don't go like just want to make friends with the gang and you join it. And I think maybe just don't do that. And I think maybe you should think about it yourself. Is it really that bad? you
Instead of
know?
just listening to the group, right?
Yeah.
Wise word. I like it. Seasoned animators. It's different, huh? I didn't say oh.
Season.
I didn't say oh. I said season. Okay.
You say it already.
Okay. I mean, throughout all these
Mm.
years in your career, I'm sure there's like up and down. Can you
Mm.
share us your like proudest moment as an animator?
I think maybe your work gets appreciated. Yeah. It's
Like
like
how? Definition of your appreciation is like how?
okay, of course, like your maybe your boss appreciated you, of course. When the job you involve, like others enjoy it, like if you do a game, like people like to play the game,
Mm-hmm.
animated a movie, people like that movie, like that kind of appreciation. Instead of you making one stuff and if everyone hates it, it just kills your motivation.
But sometimes you are assigned to animate something like that, right? The audience don't like it, right?
Yeah, there were a lot of times. So it's like,
Oh,
yeah. But I think that's all fine.
okay, okay.
Depends on like what you really want from your life. Sometimes some people if you just take it as a job, right? So they don't really care about this. But for me, I care.
I see, I see.
Mm.
What about the
Yeah,
opposite
what
side?
about you?
What you
Mm.
about me?
Yeah, do you mind something like that?
Do I mind like when someone appreciate my work or not?
Like you working on something like people like
Of course, I
and
mind. Of course, I mind. To be honest, one. I mean, even though I have this amount of years of experience, I mind it a lot when I animating something. Especially when there's a chance that I know that this animation is good, but the thing that they are looking for is not just about animations. And then they say this is
yeah.
not good enough, And I totally understand that because the only thing that I can control is animations, right? And I've already did the best for my job, but somehow I still feel bad about it when someone don't like it. I think this is just artist, and when someone really love it, as I mean, especially nowadays, some of the players because I'm in the game industry, some of the players they really know how to see games animations. In fact, some of the pro
Mm,
gamers they can read animations so well, right? Because their eyes are so freaking fast, right? They know about animation frame and all. Oh, when I heard them saying stuff like that, I'm like, I am super impressed. And I really hope that more people can understand game development, or just the process of
mm,
making games or even movies, so
mm.
that we can have more appreciation.
Yes,
What about the opposite side, May Teng?
opposite
The
side, meaning
lowest point in
downside.
your career.
I don't think I've ever have a low point actually.
So you're the happy go lucky kind.
I mean, my life is kind of blessed, you know.
That's nice.
Okay, the lowest is like I don't like the project. I don't
Mm.
like what I animated. But I have a job, I have a good life, so I don't think it's actually a low point.
Is it something that you
Mm.
always remind yourself it, or it is just like supernatural to you to have this kind of mindset?
Yeah, I just don't think I have a low point. Even when I need help, I will get help. So like it's not low at all, right? You're a lucky person. I mean I'm lucky. I just think I'm
Wow.
lucky.
So nice to hear that. I mean, to be very honest.
Oh really?
Yeah, so nice to hear that. If you ask me, I
Yeah,
have quite a lot of like low point in my
low
in my
point.
career that I have
Oh,
to
okay,
fight really
can
hard.
you tell? Oh,
I
can
can
you
tell
tell?
one of the lowest
Mm.
point, one of it lah, okay, is when the game that we work on for like almost 2 years got cancelled.
Mm.
And then that is
Mm.
really, really I don't know, it's just super. I'm exhausted because of the amount of passions and effort that I
Mm.
put into that project. I know it is not myself, you know, it I it's for the whole team, and it just got cancelled like that because we are the outsourcing partner, so we don't really know the exact reason why it is cancelled. So basically, the only news that we heard is just, oh, the game got cancelled. That to me is
Mm.
one of the lowest point like, in my career, and I I find really hard to get back together. My whole soul is just
Mm.
it's just like that. Every day I go to work, be like, mm, okay, do this, okay, do that, and I'm trying to protect myself as well. I'm trying to not to
Mm.
get too hyped on any kind of project after that experience, because I love to hype myself. I love to hype myself. Oh my god, I'm working on this project. Let's do it. I'm that kind of person. So now that when I have this experience, I try to learn how to control that emotion, and in the same time
Oh.
still perform well. I mean, still do the
Mm.
thing that I have to do, like, which is animate. Oh man, that's hard. And not
How long you take
I
to
don't know,
get out from it?
subconsciously, I think it took me half a year subconsciously.
Um,
Surface On surface, probably 1 or 2 months. But
mm,
to be honest, subconsciously, it affected me for half a year or maybe even a year. I notice when
mm,
I am more open to talk about this in a more rational way. I mean, that really shows that I kind of accept it already lah.
mm.
Instead of like complaining, yeah lah, don't know why cancel, why just cancel like that, so I can't show people what I have. I mean, because back then the mindset also, I really want to show people what I can do, right? That was the
Mm.
mindset last time. I mean, when I have like what 2 to 3 years of experience, I
Oh,
always
yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
show to people that I can do stuff like this back then. So with
Mm.
this 2 years of effort, it's just no more. Yeah, and then
So it's
until
like
today,
you're,
it is still
mm.
buried underground.
So you are like too attached to your works or something like
I
that.
I'm that kind of like I'm kind of
Mm.
married to the work. Yeah. Now I learn I learn the
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a mistake. I would say that is just my choice back then that I feel
Mm.
comfortable. But then now I learn from the experience not too hype, understand the situations, and it is what it is. Just do the best you can
Yeah,
as an animator. Just
yeah,
be
life goes on.
professional. Life goes on. Exactly. And that's not
Yeah,
the only
you,
time that the game that I involved got cancelled. In my career, there's 3 games.
you,
One I worked for 9 months, 1 year, and another one 2 years. So it's kind of like slightly less than half of my career. Yeah.
oh, I
That's
think
why I
it's,
do not have
yeah,
much
it's
stuff
kind
on
of
the internet, you know.
demotivated. Yeah, I get it.
It is, it is. But
Mm.
it's a past to me. I yeah, I have lots of stories like this, right? Okay, so
Okay, I'm a lucky person.
I mean it's good lah. You always have this
Mm.
kind of cheerful and very positive mindset. I also believe that
Mm.
it will attract a lot of good stuff to you, right?
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
think so.
I'm also curious to know about your drive. What motivates you to keep animating? Because now you have been animated for like
Mm.
quite a lot of years already, right? And now you're
Mm.
animating in Japan, experiencing different kind of culture. But what's the drive behind?
Drive is like I only can animate, right? Nothing else I can do.
I mean, you
It's
can don't
like
animate, right?
do anime then I makan rumput. How nature to me like animating is like I just sit and open the Maya and then I just do it. It's like inside me already. I don't think I will stop animating.
Wow.
Well,
Why? Why?
for at least another 10 years. It's like I'm asking will you stop eating? No, right?
Wow. You're
Yeah, I
comparing
think it's just
eating and animation. Oh man,
maybe
I'm
I
impressed.
like to work. Yeah, I like to work maybe. But I only animate when I'm like working. But my free time I would do something else.
I see. Something else as in like what?
Mm. Like I enjoy movie, I will watch movie, maybe I will go hiking or I will like have my own life. It's just not about animation. But of
Mm-hmm.
course I will watch animation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just do something else like maybe I draw something. I read books. Yeah, I think we need to read more.
Mm,
Mm.
wow.
Yeah,
I see. Outside job you never animate.
not really. For me it's like working like the 8 hours I will like full force animating. It's like after 7 p.m. I will just like shut down computer and then do something else.
I see. Have you
Mm.
experienced at a point that you don't feel like animating?
Maybe I will feel like I don't want to do that job, but I wouldn't feel like I don't want to anymore.
Also, you will still be like, okay, let's do it. It's just a job that I don't like. I'll just do it.
Yeah, it's just like I want to finish this project as soon as possible, like that kind of feeling. I wish
Wow,
I'm doing another job now. Like,
that is impressive. I didn't know this
really?
kind of person exists in the
What?
industry.
I thought it's kind of nature. Like, we want to like stop anyway.
Yeah, at quite a lot of point of my career, I don't feel like doing it. I mean, as in not to say hate it, because I do it every day, so I
Hmm.
kind of get used to it.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just kind of get used to it. I don't feel the passion anymore. But that doesn't mean that I did not produce good work. I'll still try my best to
Hmm.
produce the best work possible. But I can really sense that there's no love and passion in the work already. It is just very mathematic.
Um.
It is just like very automated. And then I mean obviously I didn't feel like I want to quit lah. I didn't feel about that. I just feels
Hmm.
like I just don't feel good about just animating like this. There's no heart, there's no passion in it. I mean, especially if you think about it, if I have this thought in the early career, it will be quite a big changes, right? I will probably just change. I'll
Hmm.
probably just go to another kind of industry. Luckily, I have that kind of
Oh.
mindset at the middle, maybe 5 to 6 years, and then I am
Hmm.
lucky enough to be in this smaller studio back then. I mean, still the same company lah, but back then the size is slightly smaller. So I get the chance to guide people. I get the chance to experience about a little bit about managing and all. So it gives me like a refresh perspective about
Ah,
animations.
okay.
That's how I feel it.
Oh, I get the mathematic things. It's like I think I'm also the same, but when I feel like I'm stuck, I think I just change the environment. Like I want to learn something new.
Change the
Like
environment
I'm
as in you
going,
change the company.
yeah, like I went to a working holiday, right?
Oh, right. I remember that.
Yeah, when I the 3 and 4 years, and I went to working holiday in New Zealand. Then after that, I never worked in animation right during the time. I feel like I
You
feel
miss it.
like I'm so lost. What am I doing here? After this animating, what am I doing here?
I
So
see.
I
I
know I
see.
love my job. Yeah. So when I come back, I will just like trying to get out from the country, maybe try to explore other things. But I think when you reach to that kind of like, what am I doing here? Like the kind of mindset, I will just move on to a new company,
Mm-hmm.
like learning new stuff, like learning game animation maybe. Yeah. If
Nice,
you want to
nice.
say the drive, I think that's the drive. You
I see. So
ask
the
what they
working
are saying.
holiday, the intention of the working holiday, you just want to experience stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not because you are too tired with the animation. It's not about that, right?
It's not really, yeah, it's just like I want to experience when I'm like still young.
Mm-hmm. I mean, speaking
Mm,
about working holiday. To be honest, there's quite some student or some of my colleague asked me these questions
mm,
before. Is it okay if they go to working holiday like halfway working, let's say 3 years or 4 years? Do you
yeah, of
suggest that?
course.
I mean, because you have to come
If
back,
you,
right? Like let's say 2 months later, you have to come back.
mm,
Do you suggest that?
yeah, I mean, it's up to you. If you feel like you want to go, just go. If you don't want to go, just don't go. Yeah, it's a simple question.
Ooh, I like that.
Right? I mean, you want to go, you might just go. And if you can manage like the plan after you come back, because some might lose their job, some might just say I'm just taking a few months break. Yeah, just manage it and you're fine. It's not end of the world, right? Just go.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Yeah.
speaking with you for like almost an hour, I really feel like I think too much. I really feel like I think quite a lot. It can be just as simple as that. Just do if you like it, do it.
Yeah, you
Do it.
just do it. Because if you don't do it now, will you regret? Just maybe just ask this question: will you regret? If you won't, then like nothing to be sure. If you will regret, then you better do it now.
Oh my god. Okay, I see. Such a wise word that I can take.
I mean, it's just my thought. Yeah.
I see. Just now you did mention
Mm,
about you wanted to try games animation also, right?
mm, yeah.
Where's the thought uh, come from?
The metaverse, right? It's like
Yeah.
maybe I want to like I try to catch up the technology. I mean, among the industry, like when the pandemic hits, everyone just play games at home,
Right.
right? Actually, me personally, I don't really play games, but maybe
Same here.
oh, okay. But I watch like the YouTuber like they are playing the games
Oh, okay, never mind.
because I didn't watch games like at all like for like quite some years. So I started watching. I feel like it's really changing a lot. It's like so much advanced.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get abandoned by this industry, like getting left out.
I see.
Yeah, so maybe time to try new things. Yeah,
Ooh, okay. I mean, if you ask me, I'm from the gaming industry. I am
yeah,
learning a
you
lot of
join early.
I'm learning a lot of new things. I mean,
Mm,
I enjoy learning all of them lah. And then really understand the game mechanics and how it really blend the animations, how it can make the animation looks as good as like feature film kind of quality, but it
mm,
is interactable. I think that is the goal for all of the game developer right now. How we can make it as nice as possible. So to me, the gap or the line between games and, let's say, shorts animations is getting
Mm,
more and more like blurred right now, to me, if you ask me. But I still enjoy watching
mm.
movie. I still enjoy watching arcane, especially. I love it so much. Every single shot.
Yeah,
I can't wait to watch it again.
yeah, it really inspired me to do good animation. It's like I look at my
Wow.
job, I look at it like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm like,
Okay. I want to ask this question: is there
mm,
chance you will try to work in that company for Tish or in other country?
I don't know. If of course, if there's a chance, I will go. But let's see.
I see. Okay.
Mm,
Do you go like outdoor often? I mean before the pandemic lah, huh? Do you go outdoor often in Japan? Sightseeing,
mm,
like looking for a new
not
place to
really.
hang out? Not really.
I mean, we'll hang out like having gathering, like having dinner or something like. But outdoor, not really because before pandemic, I'm kind of broke, so I don't have any chance to like travel.
So now you save a lot.
Now pandemic, like, no, I mean, you work for a few years, like you get to like save, you have some savings, you have like more resources to do all these things, but it's pandemic.
Yeah, right. But then now you save
Yeah.
enough already. Then after this, you can go and experience, right?
Yeah, maybe I want to go to like maybe snowboard, learn the things that only
Wow.
can do in here.
I want to do
Yeah.
that also. Snowboard. um.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a few more questions.
Mm,
What is okay? Let's talk about animations a little bit. I believe
mm.
quite a lot of our viewers is also animators or aspiring animator. Is there any workflow different comparing from the company that you work in Malaysia and Japan, or it's just the same?
I think that basically, I mean, the general one is the same.
The general one is what?
Mm. For me, I'm animator usually just from the layout to animation. Yeah, but from in here, we call it like layout and then to animation, just the like body movement, yeah, and expression.
Mm-hmm.
Then go to the secondary action, like hair, like those glowing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we will have like three steps here. Mm, that's it, and then publish.
Do you have like a checkpoint, as in when you're done with the body, you need approval from your supervisor, then
Mm,
followed by the next one?
for here is like in the layout stage, we already plan the acting.
Oh,
Yeah, like you block it out the acting. For me personally, I like to block it like more detailed so
okay.
they can visualize it in layout stage. So any changes is like still easy to change.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of you go to the animation, you already polish it so nice. And they ask you to change the whole thing.
I see. Acting choices, do you set by yourself, or it is already set in the storyboard?
Yeah, usually you just follow the storyboard. Like they already have some basic, and the director when they brief you, they will maybe specifically ask like what they want to do that. But the just the direction like what he's going to do. Mm. Other than that, you can do it quite freely as long as you don't go off from the direction.
I see. Do you feel like with this type of working method, is your creative being controlled? Do you think that?
Mm. Well, you are animator, you always be in control. You know what I mean? Because we are in
Yeah,
the
I know.
production, right?
Yeah,
We are always following the pre-production,
true.
so we are always under control. But during like among this control, you still have some freedom for yourself.
Exactly. I mean,
Mm.
because I heard from a lot of my students, sometimes they're worried a lot about their creative being controlled when they are in work. So my suggestions to all like a younger artists or not only animators, when you're in your productions, everything kind of, we do have like a directions that already set,
mm,
then only you move on to productions, right? That is the nature
yeah,
of productions. We have
right,
pre-productions, we have production, we have post-productions. So I mean, yes, we are in the creative industry, we still output a lot of like creative stuff under
mm,
the area, under the
yeah, the,
control
the, the,
area.
the limited,
Yeah,
the
so we
limited
have to
freedom.
really understand that it is so different than you are learning at school. You know, it is so different because in the school you got the chance to design your own acting, design your own story or
Mm,
whatever, but then when you're in the industry you are basically just taking whatever you have and beautify it or make it
mm,
even better. That is the real world. So some people, they kind of misunderstand that, and then they got
mm.
demotivated because of that. Oh, I cannot control this, I cannot control that, I'm just doing job like a factory or whatever.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
to be honest, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what we call
it's a
production,
fact.
right?
But I have a suggestion for them. It's like you have to understand this, so you must work. You cannot like because you must understand the workflow, right?
Yeah.
So if you have free time, you just do your own stuff, right?
Yep.
So you have both.
Exactly.
Yeah, you learn from your production and then you apply on your own stuff. So the creative that they thought it might be immature, yeah. So better you learn first and then
Yeah.
apply it later.
Well, what is
Yeah.
your
So
what
don't
is
don't
your
stop that creative. Mm.
mm, what is your suggestions to students or fresh animator, to how they can get ready in the industry? Because just now you did mention in the, let's say, Japanese culture, you have to be
Mm.
ready already. But a lot of the students now, they thought that they will have chance to, train, to slowly learn,
Mm.
slowly take their pace. What is your advice for them?
But in Malaysia, I think that's not a problem, right?
I mean, it's
I
not a problem,
mean,
but imagine if
mm,
the new joiner already have this mentality of not just depending on the company to train you, but you are the one who look for the resources. You are the one who train yourself to be
okay,
better.
okay.
It would be so good, right? Imagine that.
Good for company.
Good for
But I
good for
think it
that
depends.
person also.
Yeah, yeah. I think depends. If he feel like he wants to learn, he will go and learn, right? Because if he doesn't want to learn, then you force him whatever he won't learn. So it's really like up to the person. If he feels like I want to learn more, now it's like so convenient to learn from YouTube.
Oh yeah,
You just watch more like tutorial or someone you
watch more
like follow
tutorial.
them.
Mm.
Yeah,
Watch
follow
more
them. If you
TM Chong YouTube channel. Okay, maybe not
or
enough
like if
content yet.
you I mean they like to learn more like even after TOA they can join the online animation courses, right? There are plenty of them, I think.
There are plenty of them right now. It is just so different
Mm,
than
so
our days lah. I mean,
mm,
I wouldn't say our days is bad. It is a lot better than obviously our seniors, right? At
yeah,
least there is internet already for us. So
improving.
it is improving throughout the years. If
Mm,
you look at it right now, so if you look at the students' work right now, it is pretty impressive already.
mm.
I mean, some of them it's pretty impressive and they are pretty ready. But then I experienced teaching a lot of students. A lot of students, they are always low in their confidence. Some, they are overly
Ah,
confident about their task,
okay, okay.
and that the confidence don't just come from they are good. The confidence usually come from when they step people down so that it make them looks good.
Mm,
Sometimes I experience
oh,
students
okay.
like that. So those kind of confidence is not like a real confidence, to be very honest,
Yeah,
to the people listening to this. I mean, to those that has lesser confident one, I strongly recommend you to get a real life experience. Get the real answer from the industry people how good you are. Okay, without any sugar coating, and then just
yeah,
digest
yeah.
that and find a way to improve it. I mean, that's
Yeah,
my
I
suggestion.
think. Mm, It's lack of confidence. I can understand it because before I am also the one that lack of confidence. I always think that
Oh,
my work is like so bad and not good enough. I'm starting to like gain some confidence now compared to the last few years.
how you gain it?
Maybe like after I come Japan also like
Oh,
they also still like my work. I was like, oh maybe I not
mm,
yeah, I think it's because sometimes I would think like I'm just a Malaysian, Malaysia is not so outdated, must be really bad. And then I go always think they must be so good, that kind of feeling. But when I could join
mm.
Japan, yeah, actually we are the same.
Wow, that's nice to be honest. I mean, I don't know why lah. We always have this mindset of like, oh, we are just
Hmm.
Malaysian, we are third
Yeah,
world.
yeah, yeah.
We just animate. There's a lot of
Hmm.
master out there from the Western
Yeah.
or wherever. But sometimes we did pretty well.
Yeah, actually we
Sometimes
are. I
our
mean,
skill is pretty good.
we just need opportunity to
Oh
do
yeah,
anything.
that's so true.
Yeah, just the opportunity. Yeah, actually. So,
So true.
mm,
We fought hard as a Malaysian, right? I mean, like what you
mm,
mentioned, also you are in the outsourcing company. We fought really, really hard because we want to, we don't want to prove something. We always wanted to prove something. We want to prove that we Malaysian can do such thing also. I'm not sure if this is a good mindset or not, but it certainly pushes us to where we are right
mm,
now. So I am no one to
yeah.
judge whether or not this is a good mindset, but at least I have this mindset back then. Like I want to prove to you I'm good. So I work really, really, really hard, just to be as good. But those good work that you see online, like let's say Western or even Japanese, I mean, it is inspiring. Like if we take it in a like
Mm,
positive way, it will just drive us, further. And one day, we can do a similar quality stuff. As a whole,
yeah.
we can create more IPs, from Malaysia also.
Mm.
I hope.
I want to ask you,
Oh
like,
yeah,
what do
question for
you,
me.
what do you think about like the general animation industry in Malaysia? What's the future?
The future.
Yeah.
If you ask me, I see it in a very positive way. The future is bright, to be honest. The future is bright. Um, the main reason for that is we have more and more international company opening in Malaysia as their
Mm,
branch, which means there's a lot of opportunity for people here in Malaysia in terms of work. And when there is more company opening or when there's more job opportunities in Malaysia, which means a better package, a better salary, because I mean everyone is like competition, right? Everyone is competing each other in terms of hiring, right? So another good thing is that as an artist in Malaysia, we get to choose the one that we love to work with, right? So that you don't need to be like
mm,
super married to only one company, right? I'm not saying that working in one company is bad. I'm not the best people to say that because I work in a company for like 10 plus years. But
mm,
what I want to say is that
yeah.
people got more chance, got more opportunities. You can pick. How nice is that, right? You can pick, and also those company coming in Malaysia is not like those like small company. They are working on like
Mm,
very very high profile project, triple A games and all. So I see it very positive. Maybe I'm too optimistic. I don't know.
yeah, actually, I also like, quite optimistic about it.
Yeah.
But of course, it's still young. I mean, the animation industry in Malaysia
Yep.
is
We
still
always say
small.
that it is still young. If you compare it to like Japanese or Western, we are always young.
Yeah.
Always young. But anyhow, when you say that for like 10 years, right? I mean, which is now, I mean, it's been like 10 plus year in Malaysia industry already.
Mm,
Now we started to see some like really nice growing graph. And in the same time, we have more schools as well, more parents want to, I wouldn't say understand animations, more parents want to know more about what the hell is animations, why all my son and daughter, why they love this industry, right? Instead of being a lawyer or being an accountant. Now there's
Mm.
another choice for their kids, you know. So I think it's a good thing, to be honest.
But can I ask like the money question?
Yeah, sure. I'll try my best to answer.
When you're teaching, right, do you really tell them about how much salary they're gonna get when they join?
Yeah, I do
Okay.
cover that. I don't need to do the dirty work one, to be honest. Actually, there's quite some
Mm.
research online already right now. Then you can just type the salary as an animator in Malaysia. So there's a range, which I think is nice. I mean, even though the range is big, which is understandable because some animator has like more experience. So if you take the range and you can look at the middle and look at your years of experience also. If let's say you are new, so it will be like this. You cut it to half, and this is the range, right? If you are super new, you cut it to like a quarter, and that is the range for you, you know. And then if you
Mm.
are like a really good animator, you just take the maximum. Like, okay, maybe this is my answer. That is the guide for you. So I don't need to do the dirty work, but I usually will promote those and I will let them find it online. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's my job
As
is
it,
easier, you know.
people told me when I'm graduating.
I mean back then I tried to search before. I remember when I graduated that time, I tried to search before,
Mm.
but the information is not as solid as right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now we even have like a lot of website to just to see what company is
Mm.
better and all, right? We have like anonymous people talking, this company is that company is that. So nice, right? Nowadays there's a lot of options. There's a lot of things to absorb. So now is the era of how you absorb things. What is your perspective when you listen to this? I think now is the era of that one.
Um,
Yeah. Why you ask that question?
because we need money to survive, so it's a reality question. It's not just passion, right? You need your job to survive
Exactly.
and fulfill your passion in the
Exactly. I,
same
I
time.
totally agree to that. You really need to survive before you
So,
can
mm,
work on your passions. And I believe a lot of our
yeah,
parents worried about this also. My son is
mm,
so passionate about animation. The companies give my son this amount of money also. He is super happy. But imagine not everyone is so lucky, to be in that kind of
mm,
situations where you have your parents to support you. Yeah.
yeah.
So sometimes money is important, right? You have to survive in order to work on your passion.
I think sometimes people get demotivated after they work for so many years, and after money is not what they expected.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they quit. I think it's nice to let
Mm.
them know first, like there's a
Yep.
possibility you end up like this. You want to
Yeah.
take the risk,
Yeah. I
and
think
you
at
want
least you
to,
kind of know, you can see the
yeah,
vision, right? And to those who are having this uh, worried in your brain right now, I strongly recommend you to do more research. A lot of people say that the art is not making a lot of money or whatever. I strongly recommend you to do more research. Then what you do will make more money. I think list down, let's say this, and this is higher salary than, let's say, art, and then also list down how high compare, okay? So let's say is this one that you research, oh, this is high, okay? So if you try and think about how you can achieve or work on this industry, think about it. You might have to take another degree, you might have to take another diploma in order to just work in this industry, right? So I think things will not just come in so easy for everyone. I think we need to do a lot of research before we say that kind of thing. Let's say art is not making any money. Okay, I'm not someone that can judge this now. I'm just suggesting to people to research more. Nowadays online there's a lot of things to research already.
okay. I want to ask about what about the working hours now in Malaysian industry?
I cannot speak for everyone for sure
Yeah.
in the Malaysian industry. At least in my company, we work from 10 to 7.
Ah,
And
so you already like cutting out the OT, right?
Yeah. I mean, we try
overtime.
our very, very best to cut that out. Everyone in the office, we put a lot of effort in order to make this happen. I remember we tried closing the company at 8 or 9. It's that
Mm.
serious, we close, lock the door and all, right? But it's not working lah. Because after some survey, we noticed some people they don't go back. It's not because they want to work. They don't go back is because they do not want to go back to a rented small room. They want to enjoy aircon
Oh.
here. They want to play games with their friend. They want to have fun, play ping pong
Mm.
or music jam, live drawing jam. I don't know. There's a lot of activities going on, and then we decided to take that away. We just let it open until the
Oh.
end. But then we strongly recommend people to not doing OT lah. I think the best thing that we can do is to really understand the job workload and also code the
Mm.
best man days for the team. That's what we are trying to do right now. So 10 to 7. I believe working from home, you can slack for a little bit because you can be super focused when you're focused, right? You can be super not
Mm.
focused when you're not focused.
Yeah.
So I think
True.
everyone is trying to make this happen in the team. Other studio, I'm not
So
sure.
mm. So what do you think like the maximum how many years you can work in this industry
Me?
for you and like at least for general like
For me, it can be forever.
mm.
For me, it can be forever. And I hope to be in this industry for as long as possible. I never thought of leaving this industry. Maybe not animating in the future. Maybe I mean I'm not animating that much already right now.
Oh,
I don't know. I love this industry. I love the possibility and I love that it is young, which means I can give more input.
mm.
I have more freedom. For other people, I guess yeah, you can be in this industry. Yeah, it's not as bad one.
Yeah, but because like there's a lot of things like I think the max will be like 20 plus and you have to start to think about your next life.
Like the 30
Like
plus, you mean?
yeah, maybe there's
Yeah, I
people
heard
saying
about
like
that. I heard about that.
yeah.
With the opportunity that we have right now, I believe we are getting better. You can see
Mm.
my eye, right? Believe we are getting better. And I hope, and I really hope that to people that really enjoy doing art, also you can give it a try and give it more try and do more research before you make any decision, and try to understand the pros and cons and how these pros and cons can fit into your current state of life. Do more research before you do any decisions instead of just listening to your friends experience. Instead of just listening to that, find a person to help you look for more online resources.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm quite hopeful
Mm.
lah. I'm not sure if you asked the correct person.
No, yeah, I think so. But yeah, I'm
Nice.
waiting to see.
You plan to come back to Malaysia like one day? Do you have this kind of plan?
Not now.
I mean, not now, yeah, but do you have this kind of plan?
I think I'll come back just for my family.
Mm-hmm. What about working?
Working, maybe not.
Is it because of the living costs and the salaries not being balanced? Is it because of that?
Yeah, I think the salary is the reason and I'm having very comfortable life now. And if I really want to continue animation, right, maybe I will try other countries instead of Malaysia.
Mm, I see. I see.
Yeah,
Hopefully, one day you can come back. I don't know. Hopefully, lah. See
come
how.
back,
Right. See how.
come back. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, we never know the future,
Yeah,
right?
you
But
never know,
I
right?
think Malaysia is not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. It's better than when I leave and when I left. I think so.
Or maybe it's just
Mm.
my very optimistic vision right now. It's just me lah right now. Maybe it might change like next year. At least for now,
Not
at this
to say
moment,
that.
2022 January.
Yeah, I think it's quite optimistic, honestly. Because Malaysia is still the cheap labor
It is.
country for them to outsource. So I
It is.
think
It
it's
is.
it's
I mean, it's
fine.
a good strategy, I would say.
Yeah, and Malaysia you have more chance to really work on varieties of projects.
I mean, to be honest,
Nice.
it is true.
Mm.
Look at our
So
Malaysian ringgit.
mm, I think I prefer the lifestyle here. I'm quite used to it, so yeah, I don't want to like go back yet. So
Understandable.
mm.
Okay.
Something else.
Well, just now before we start, we said, hey, we thought, I think we will have like quite a long hours of chatting. And it's quite long, definitely, because it's been a while. We never talked to each other already. And then
Yeah, yeah,
thank you
yeah.
so much for joining this podcast. I hope that what May Ting shared with us today can inspire some of you.
No,
um
it's not inspiring at all.
it
It's
I
just
mean,
fucking bullshit.
I'm super impressed with the very easygoing vibe from you. You don't need to think so much, just animate if you love this, just do the best. I love that, to be
Mm.
very honest. I really thought that I think too much after talking to you. Life can be so
Of
easy,
course,
right?
I thought also, yeah, but
True. Okay, that's it for us. Thanks again for joining me on this interview series. I hope that in the future we can have more chance to collaborate. I don't know what,
okay,
and I don't know how. Not sure, but we'll see how. Thank you so much, everyone.
okay.
Bye bye.